In the novel 419 by Will Ferguson, the character Nnamdi plays a very important role. He is the son of a fisherman in the Niger Delta and works as a mechanic of sorts, helping others transport oil from the black market. Nnamdi's section of the story begins in Fuel, with flashbacks of him as a young child. He is shown having a discussion with a man, an oil developer, about the oil his home is known for. He is also shown being told by his father to help him die in peace, after he goes blind and mad from an infection he contracted by fishing in a nearby swamp. The story then jumps to an older Nnamdi, helping people dig up and transport oil before selling it on the black market. The oil that they were selling was stolen from the Oibos. The Nigerians did not see it as stealing. They saw it as payment that was owed to them. Much of the story continues like this, with Nnamdi playing as a go-between for these salesmen. He eventually meets the young pregnant woman Amina. He offers her food and shelter and makes it his duty to protect her. He's only supposed to give her a lift to the next city, but cannot bear to let her go. He brings her home to meet his mother, and even claims her unborn child is his to protect her. After being told repetitively by his mother that they cannot stay there, they leave his family home and travel to Lagos, where his cousin lives. His cousin is supposed to take them in and help them establish a new life in the city. In actuality, his cousin turns out to be Aransi Agobia, an apparently successful businessman. Aransi Agobia takes them in temporarily, provided they pay back every bit he spends on them. He's not just a successful businessman, but a psychopathic criminal mastermind who makes mob bosses look pathetic. Nnamdi crosses paths with Laura, who has also been scammed by Aransi Agobia through Winston, and she claims he stole $100 from her. She calls the lobby security and he gets arrested. Upon his release from jail, he is picked up by his cousin, who covers him in gasoline before telling him that he never planned on letting him live anyway, and setting him on fire. The story ends with Amina watching on proudly as her child plays and telling other mothers that her son Nnamdi was named after his father. Throughout the story, Nnamdi stays true to himself. He's a loving and caring man who tries to care for those who need it, especially in the case of Amina, and later with Laura. He takes in Amina and agrees to protect her and her child as if they were his own. She has to go, you both do. She has nowhere to go. She cannot stay here. He takes in a complete stranger to the goodness of his own heart, and never fails to keep his promise to protect her. Child, you are so tired. Why don't you rest? Come. When she hesitated, he smiled at her. No bad things will happen, I promise. He helps save Laura from his cousin and ends up losing his life for it. It was you who did this, the boy, coming in your room. The boy, he let you live. She pointed to her chest. He was mine and he has died. For why? She's also very compassionate and trustworthy. He also never takes advantage of Amina, even though he has many opportunities to do so. Amina is later shown in the future watching her child play. This shows that everything he did to protect them both worked out.